Eagle candidate Kevin Bucher, you are to be congratulated for reaching the highest peak of the Eagle Trust. Your diligence and hard work have paid off. Please come forward and your Eagle badge of rank will be presented. You have made Troop 626 very proud. May the qualities that inspired you to this achievement continue to lead you to even greater success in your life. As an Eagle Scout, the eyes of all scouting, yes, the eyes of the world, will be upon you. The traditions of Eagle Scout are very high. May you live up to those traditions, always guided by the spirit of scouting. Represented by these blazing candles before you, the Eagle Scout badge, the Scout pin, the Eagle Scout neck, and the chieftain flag that you are about to receive are all symbolic of these spirits of scouting.
Kevin, will you now recite the Eagle Scout pledge?
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to demonstrate leadership and service, and take my life count for better scouting, better citizenship, and a better world. I will take this responsibility in scouting, in my community, in contact with other people, regardless of race, color, or creed. I promise to do this always.
Thank you, Kevin. I would like to introduce Mr. Smith, Troop 66, Eagle Advancement Trust. He will give the Eagle Scout pledge.
Kevin, Scouts of all nations make up one of the most wholesome and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America as worthy of this honor. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. This award, as you will know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man, As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to mankind in general. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children after you, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. Our country has had a great past. You can help make the future even greater. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow man. So live and serve, that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their hearts, hands, skills, and abilities to the common good. Help to build America's future by continuing to set an example of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God, whatever others may do. You will leave behind you a record of which you may be justly proud. Eagle Scout Kevin Bucher, I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood, holding without reservation and ever before you the ideals of honor and service. By the repetition of the Scout promise before your fellow members, you are joining the Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of the Eagle Scout with the same words which close the Declaration of Independence. Now I would ask any Eagle Scouts that are in the audience to please stand so that you can reaffirm your promise to the Eagle Scout oath by repeating it after me as well as with Kevin. Repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example and my status and my influence count strongly for better scouting and better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contacts with other people. To this, I pledge my sacred honor. Two. Kevin, your conduct along the Trail to Eagle has been excellent. You have rededicated yourself to the principles of scouting, but one more thing is important for your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts. You become an example in your community. Remember that your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect a little bit more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only on you, but on your fellow Eagle Scouts and all scouting in general. The torch you carry is not yours alone, but is ours.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. I would now like to introduce Mr. Nussbaum, the Troop 66 Scoutmaster, for his words about the Eagle Scouts.
Thank you, Noah, very much. I am honored to be here today, standing here with celebrating Kevin's Eagle. I come from a long line of great Scoutmasters, Mr. Smith, Mr. Glander, Mr. Hines, and so I am quite pleased that I'm the one up here to be able to speak on behalf of Kevin. As Kevin mentioned, about a year ago, he had made the decision to move on and come back and become an Eagle Scout, and no one was more pleased than his mother. Kevin wants to be an Eagle Scout, and it was great. And I learned today that it was his father also that had asked him to put down his goals, and that's wonderful. And so congratulations on that process. The beauty of being a Scoutmaster is I got to know Kevin then over the next year, and I had known Kevin through Jody. He helped out on our bicycling camp out, and I saw him a couple other times. And it was great, but it's been a true pleasure to get to know him over the last year. Really, at Tomahawk, he came as a pseudo-scout adult leader about to turn 18. So we got to golf together, and we got to spend time in camp together, and he earned some merit badges that finished off his Eagle. So it was tremendous. During that time, over the last year, and especially at Tomahawk, I learned something very important about Kevin that I think will really help him not only earning his Eagle, but through the rest of his life. I was trying to think of what truly some of the aspects of Kevin that I could talk about, and one really stuck out. Kevin's a happy guy. He really is. He's not like the manic, happy Jim Carrey kind of crazy guy. He's a quiet, unassuming, happy guy. And that is really to be appreciated in this society. Kevin has chosen to be happy. It is a choice. And that is a wonderful choice that he's made. And it's more than a choice, it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility to his family, to his loved ones, to his community. And he's made a wise choice, and I think he's doing quite well. So why is that so important to a community, to a family? You think about some of the attributes of happiness. One is gratefulness. Kevin is truly grateful. He always says thank you when you do the least thing for him. It really is quite a nice feature of Kevin's personality. But more importantly, when I had my Scoutmaster conference with him when he was becoming an Eagle, the first thing he said is, I am really grateful for the experience. He said he really took it all out. He had 65 nights of camping, and he really took advantage of all that Scouting had to offer. But as importantly, he was very, very grateful for all the adult leaders and parents and everybody who was involved in those 12 years of Scouting. I thought that was really cool that he actually brought that up as one of the very important elements of his Scouting career. Another important point is happy people are good sports, right? They are willing to get involved in anything and make a fool of themselves. Have fun. And I learned this at Tomahawk when Kevin was put in charge of this campfire, which is where all the troops get together. And because Kevin is a good sport, he got all the other scouts involved, and it was, I think you guys agree, probably the best campfire we've had at Tomahawk in a long, long time, where the skits were great, the adults had a great skit, and Kevin was the MC, and it was just fun. It was well organized, and it was fun. He was a good sport at doing that. Another attribute of happiness is positivity, a positive attitude. And I really noticed that with Kevin is he brings out an element of positivity. And why is that important? Because it has that effect on everybody else. When you have somebody not complaining, when you have somebody just happy to be there, it does have that impact on other people, and it's very important to relationships and community. Service to others. Really, serving others makes you happy. It does. It has a very profound impact on yourself, and it also obviously has a profound impact on others in a very positive element. Kevin has 125 hours of service with our troop, and he was actually the first one to get our brand new service pins that have 120 hours of service. And we present those to him today. and those will go above your uniform right here. And the rest of our scouts will be receiving these on a going-forward basis, but you're the first one to receive them. So congratulations. Kevin, I remember as I was saying on that bicycle trip, he didn't bike with us. He was in the van with his mom helping us out on our bikes. And I was like, who is this kid that is like happy to serve us lunch and just seems pleased that everyone is having a good time. And just that service to others has an impact on yourself as well as it has on other people. Another is humility. It seems like being humble and being just part of the guys is really very important to your own happiness as well as the happiness of others. Kevin was always very happy to be in the uniform, and I remember he was with his girlfriend in a restaurant once when I saw him, and he said, "Hi, Mr. Nussbaum, what you don't do with your girlfriend?" What do you do? And I think it was a Chipotle, and I was at him and I heard the girl say, "Who's that?" And he said, "That's my scoutmaster." And I thought, you know what? That's really great that he's willing to, in front of a girlfriend, not only say that he's knows this adult, but he also that he's a Boy Scout. He had nothing to hide. He just took down that whole facade, and was just humble, and that's very cool and very important. So obviously, there's a virtuous cycle to happiness that it has an impact on yourself, but it also has an impact on others. And I think that will go a long way toward Kevin being successful in his future. There's a German psychologist, Carl Jung, that talks about attributes of happiness. And it's interesting how interesting this is relative to scouting. One is attribute of good physical and mental health. That's right in our oath and law. One is having good relationships with your family and friends. I see that relationship with Kevin's family, obviously. And by the way, I want to take this moment to point out how important Jody has been to the troop, and how it continues to be, and how that leadership that she's had relative to service and relative to positivity and being a good sport, it's in the family. And we want to very much point out and thank Jody for her service and continued service. Another one of Carl Jung's attributes of happiness is having that faculty for perceiving beauty and art in nature. One thing I learned about Kevin is that he's involved in art in the theater at Mountain View. He led a Shakespearean play, and you could see that when he was running our troop campfire, that he was into that element of art and acting, and that element of perceiving beauty in nature, certainly scouting from that to Kevin and the others. Reasonable standards of living and work. He never shies away from work. And interestingly, Carl Jung's philosophy, a philosophic or religious point of view capable of coping successfully with the ups and downs of life. Now, if you think about the elements of happiness, it can turn against you, right? Relationships can turn against you. Your mental and physical health can turn against you. These things that also make you happy can make you sad. But having that ability, and scouting has provided that, as well as his relationships with his family and schooling and everything else, those can turn and help you be stronger when things aren't going well for you. And I think Kevin's happiness will lead to his ability to cope with the ups and downs of life. So in closing, Kevin, congratulations. And I have to say, when you're in college and when it's beautiful outside and you're studying, and it's really, really tough, and things are very, very difficult, smile and think about Tomahawk. Think about Philmont, and think about your experiences in scouting, and that can help you be happy and continue to be attributes to your community. So again, congratulations, and see you around.
Thank you, Mr. Nussbaum. I would like to ask Kevin Booker, Eagle Scout, to tell us of his Eagle Scout Leadership Service Project and who benefited, and to share what has been important to him while scouting on the way to Eagle Scout.
Thank you, Noah. There's a free, iPhone up here if anyone wants it. So I guess I was up here for an encore. I don't know if you want that, but here I am, of course, upon you. And I guess I have to talk about my Eagle project, and I think it's the board, Mr. Smith. He really helped me along the way. We met at Caribou. He was like, I don't know what do you really want to do. I want to help the community. I want to help the school. And we went to Madison, and we found out that the Eagle, or not the Nordic ski team needed a way to put their skis up, and they thought, well, why not make some Nordic ski racks, and and again, let's just do something more. Let's collect Nordic ski equipment as well. So that's what we did. I had help from my friends who are all back there, Braxton and Eric and Joe. They all helped out with the Nordic ski building and putting it in the room and getting it all figured out. And I'm just thankful for all my friends and everyone here today. And I think this is not competition. That's what's been important throughout scouting is adult leadership and friendships that I've made. My mom, of course, has been very, integral in my scouting experience, and Mr. Grander helped me along the way, and Mr. Nussbaum more recently, and every adult leader that I can see here has helped me out one or another as an Eagle Scout, and I'm very thankful for that. And I wouldn't be here without anyone not being here. I'm just thankful and grateful, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Kevin. I would like to have Mr. Nussbaum please return to provide a Scout Action Minute.
As Mr. Smith pointed out, I get 5 minutes for my Scoutmaster minute. But given that I had my talk just briefly time ago, I just wanted to spend a minute. And this is great. We get to celebrate scouting. And this is the culmination when it's an Eagle Court of Honor. But Mr. Blander pointed out to me when I was becoming Scoutmaster, and I thought it was very good advice. The Eagle rank is very important, but it's the process along the way that's even more important. And Kevin pointed that out to me in his Scoutmaster conference, that he really, really enjoyed the process. Along the way, taking advantage of the camping, taking advantage of the troop meetings and the skills and all the other variables relative to scouting. And I think this points out that it's not just the Eagle rank, but it's the process along the way. What I love about scouting is that in our society today, young men have that chance to become fine young adults. And if scouting can help in just a little way to provide that experience of leadership, of character, of citizenship, of fun, of perceiving beauty in art and nature, then it's done its job. And that's what I love about scouting. That's why we're all involved. It is fun to see the progression of boys when they come into Cub Scouts to culminate in a day like this where we celebrate an Eagle. So thank you very much, and look forward to many more years of fun. And Kevin, by the way, has also said that he would love to continue to be involved in scouting in some way, if not right away in college, somewhere in his adult life, which I think that is a measure of the success of the program. So thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nussbaum. Will the color guard now return the colors with caps being played by Tom Healy, Vice Chair?
Johnson has 2. everybody please stand. All co-guards please come. Everybody please salute all the standing from the team of your heart. Co-guard to the head of the podium. Co-guard, you may turn right.
On behalf of Kevin, the newest Eagle Scout of Troop 66, his parents and Troop 66, thank you for coming and celebrating today. We hope the ceremony has inspired other scouts to reach this honorable end. We are anxious to see many more Eagles pass through our troops. I would like to end this vote of honor with a prayer for Boy Scouts. Let us pray, O Lord. We thank you for the work of Sir Robert Stanley Powell, who, in his dedication and wisdom, founded the World Scouting movement. We thank you for the efforts of those thousands of men and women who have brought scouting to millions of boys the world over. We rededicate ourselves to the principles of our movement, to do our best, to do our duty, to God and to our country. We ask you, O Lord, to give us the strength and courage, each of us, to live up to the Scout law, and the high ideals of the world's brotherhood of scouting. Amen. The court of honor is now closed. Thank you and congratulations to Eagle Scout Kevin Booker.